This video is about famous Hollywood celebrities and people who passed away in 1977 in the United States. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel to support us. Joan Crawford. She was born in March 1904 and she died in May 1977. Her age was 73 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was heart attack. Joan Crawford was a legendary Hollywood actress whose career spanned silent films to gritty dramas. Famous for her fierce drive, glamorous persona, and intense performances, she became an icon of classic cinema. Alison Hayes. She was born in March 1930 and she died in February 1977. Her age was 46 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was leukemia. Alison Hayes was a cult favorite actress, best known for her towering role in the 1958 sci-fi classic Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Her striking beauty and on-screen presence remained iconic in genre films. Milt Kamen. He was born in March 1921 and he died in February 1977. His age was 55 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Milt Kamen was a quick-witted stand-up comedian and actor, recognized for his numerous television appearances and improvisational humor during the golden age of variety shows. Eddie Rochester Anderson. He was born in September 1905 and he died in February 1977. His age was 71 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart disease. Eddie Anderson broke barriers as one of the first African-American performers to become a national star, beloved as Rochester on the Jack Benny program. His humor and dignity paved the way for future generations. Percy Marmont. He was born in November 1883 and he died in March 1977. His age was 93 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Percy Marmont was a British actor who achieved Hollywood success during the silent and early sound films eras. His gentle manner made him a favorite leading man of his time. Diana Hayland. She was born in January 1936 and she died in March 1977. Her age was 41 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was cancer. Diana Hayland was an American stage, film, and television actress. Her vibrant performances and dynamic range left a lasting mark on the arts. She made her acting debut in 1955 at age 19 in an episode of Robert Montgomery Presents. Henry Hall. He was born in October 1890 and he died in March 1977. His age was 86 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Henry Hall was a distinguished character actor, best remembered for starring in Werewolf of London in 1935, one of the first Hollywood werewolf films. He had a long and respected career on stage and screen. William L. Lawrence. He was born in March 1888 and he died in March 1977. His age was 89 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a blood clot in his brain. William L. Lawrence was a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist, known for his groundbreaking coverage of atomic science and the Manhattan Project during the Second World War. Guma Marx. He was born in October 1892 and he died in April 1977. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cerebral hemorrhage. Guma Marx was often the forgotten Marx brother who left showbiz early for business. Though he never appeared in the films, his support helped the Marx brothers flourish into legends of comedy. Stanley Adams. He was born in April 1915 and he died in April 1977. His age was 62 at the time of his death, and he took his own life because of depression. Stanley Adams was a versatile character actor, seen in many beloved television shows and movies. Despite his success, he struggled with personal issues that led to his tragic passing. Stephen Boyd. He was born in July 1931 and he died in June 1977. His age was 45 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Stephen Boyd was an Irish-born actor, best known for his villainous role as Messala in Ben-Hur. His charismatic performances spanned epic dramas and romantic adventures. Forrest Lewis. He was born in November 1899 and he died in June 1977. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Forrest Lewis was an American actor of theater, radio, motion pictures, and television, whose friendly face became a staple of the 1950s and 60s television. Alan Reed. He was born in August 1907 and he died in June 1977. His age was 69 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Alan Reed gave voice to one of the most beloved cartoon characters ever, Fred Flintstone. His booming yet friendly tones helped make the Flintstones a lasting pop culture phenomenon. David Lochary. He was born in August 1944 and he died in July 1977. His age was 32 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was drug overdose. David Lochary was a colorful figure in underground cinema, working closely with John Waters. His daring performances captured the rebellious spirit of the 1970s. Alfred Lunt. He was born in August 1892 and he died in August 1977. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. Alfred Lunt, along with his wife, Lynn Fontaine, ruled the American stage for decades, setting unmatched standards for theatrical excellence. William Castle. He was born in April 1914 and he died in May 1977. His age was 63 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. William Castle was a master of horror and suspense. Famed for his gimmicky yet ingenious film promotions, his campy, thrilling movies left a big imprint on the genre. Ron Haydock. He was born in April 1940 and he died in August 1977. His age was 37 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was a truck accident. Ron Haydock was a multi-talented underground artist, making waves in rock and roll, pulp fiction, and cult films. His life was as wild as his creativity. Paul Desmond. He was born in November 1924 and he died in May 1977. His age was 52 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was lung cancer. Paul Desmond was a smooth, lyrical alto saxophonist, best known for composing the classic jazz piece Take 5. His cool melodic style helped define an era of West Coast jazz. James Jones. He was born in November 1921 and he died in May 1977. His age was 55 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was congestive heart failure. James Jones wrote powerful, unflinching novels about war and American life. His debut, From Here to Eternity, won wide acclaim and became a classic both in literature and film. John Hubley. He was born in May 1914 and he died in February 1977. His age was 62 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from heart surgery. John Hubley was a visionary in animation, creating distinctive styles in both entertainment and education. His independent works brought new artistry to animation beyond Hollywood norms. Charles Nicoletti, he was born in December 1916 and he died in March 1977. His age was 60 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was assassination. Charles Nicoletti was a notorious hitman for the Chicago outfit during the mid-20th century. His violent life ended violently, fitting his fearsome reputation. E. Power Biggs, he was born in March 1906 and he died in March 1977. His age was 70 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. E. Power Biggs was one of the most influential organists of the 20th century. His recordings popularized classical organ music, especially the works of Bach, for mass audiences. Fannie Lou Hamer, she was born in October 1917 and she died in March 1977. Her age was 59 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was breast cancer and hypertension. Fannie Lou Hamer was a fearless civil rights leader whose activism helped break barriers to voting rights for Black Americans. Her powerful voice and courageous spirit made her a key figure in American history. Antonino Rocca, he was born in April 1921 and he died in March 1977. His age was 55 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was infection after surgery. Antonino Rocca thrilled wrestling audiences with his high-flying aerobatic style. An early icon in professional wrestling, he influenced generations of wrestlers and fans alike. Alice Poe, she was born in January 1885 and she died in July 1977. Her age was 92 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Alice Poe was a fierce and brilliant activist who fought tirelessly for women's rights. Her leadership was crucial to securing the 19th Amendment, granting women the right to vote. Philip K. Wrigley, he was born in December 1894 and he died in April 1977. His age was 82 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was gastrointestinal hemorrhage. Philip K. Wrigley expanded his father's chewing gum empire and helped found the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League during the Second World War, supporting women's sports. Wernher van Braun, he was born in March 1912 and he died in June 1977. His age was 65 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. Wernher von Braun was a pioneering rocket engineer who helped launch America's space program despite controversy over his Nazi past. His scientific genius shaped the course of modern space exploration. Tom C. Clark, he was born in September 1899 and he died in June 1977. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and he died in his sleep. Tom C. Clark was an American lawyer who served as the 59th United States Attorney General from 1945 to 1949 and as Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States from 1949 to 1967. He later resigned so his son could serve as Attorney General. Ulysses S. Grant IV, he was born in May 1893 and he died in March 1977. His age was 83 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was lung failure caused by leukemia. Ulysses S. Grant IV, great-grandson of President Ulysses S. Grant, carved out his own legacy as a respected geologist and academic. His work advanced understanding of California's geology. Francis Gary Powers, he was born in August 1929 and he died in August 1977. His age was 47 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was helicopter crash. Francis Gary Powers became world famous after being shot down while spying over the Soviet Union. a pivotal Cold War moment that highlighted tensions between superpowers. Waldo L. Schmidt. He was born in June 1887 and he died in August 1977. His age was 90 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Waldo L. Schmidt was a pioneering marine biologist whose deep-sea exploration and research expanded knowledge of aquatic ecosystems. Wilmer Allison. He was born in December 1904 and he died in April 1977. His age was 72 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. Wilmer Allison was a top American tennis player in the 1930s, known for his sportsmanship and doubles dominance. He earned a place in the International Tennis Hall of Fame. Ralph Hungerford. He was born in April 1896 and he died in February 1977. His age was 79 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Ralph Hungerford was a United States Navy officer and temporary governor of American Samoa. His administrative contributions helped strengthen ties between the United States and its territories. Charles D. Heron. He was born in March 1877 and he died in April 1977. His age was 100 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. General Charles D. Heron was a decorated lieutenant general in the United States Army, a graduate of the United States Military Academy at West Point. He participated in the Spanish-American War and both World Wars. George Kenney. He was born in August 1889 and he died in August 1977. His age was 88 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. General George Kenney was a United States Army general during the Second World War. He is best known as the commander of the Allied Air Forces in the Southwest Pacific Area (SWPA), a position he held between August 1942 and 1945. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.